All right, so we have a new article from realnews.com, Michael Baxter. Today, November 7th, 2021. And let's hop right into the news here. Military arrests bedridden Gavin Newsom. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. U.S. Marines arrested. Oh, there's no general's voice. There's no admiral's voice over here. If you want the admiral's voice, if you want the general's voice, if you've got that kind of personality, then you need to go over to Tom space Youngjohn, not space. I'm sorry. Tom underscore Youngjohn, no space in Youngjohn, underscore 4, the numeral 4. So Tom underscore Youngjohn underscore 4. And if you want to search that plus the title of this article, you will definitely find me on YouTube. And if you want to pass the IQ test, you'll subscribe over there and you will hit the bell notification button. Even if you normally don't hit the bell notification button, normally, I keep on my channel has been deleted. I get strikes. This is why I have a Tom Youngjohn 4. Anyway, back to the news. U.S. Marines arrested disgraced California Governor Gavin Newsom on November 1st, delivering another major blow to the deep secret handshake state hegemony's plans to impose permanent lockdowns and enslave law-abiding American citizens. The arrest, Real Raw News can now report, took place at Newsom's lavish $4 million estate at Fair Oaks, California, days after he received uh, an extra inoculation and fell violently ill. His last public appearance on October 27th was a public relations stunt that showed him getting his third inoculation, and on October 31st, his Twitter account, which may be controlled by persons other than Newsom, tweeted a photo of his family adorned in Halloween costumes. Even mainstream media publications such as the Daily Mail have raised concerns over Newsom's inexplicable silence. A military source, speaking under promise of anonymity, told Real Raw News that Newsom became seriously ill 36 hours following the inoculation, but opted to try to recuperate at home rather than admitting himself to a hospital. When the Office of Military Commissions learned Newsom was weakened and without much protection, it decided to act. Our source said during early morning on November 1st, an unknown number of Marines sent by United States Marine Forces Special Command infiltrated the Newsom estate and engaged 2 California State Police officers who had been assigned to guard the deep secret handshake state governor. The Marines, our source said, offered state police a chance to surrender, but the officers drew sidearms and forced the Marines to respond with lethal force. Can you imagine dying for that, man? Both officers took multiple hits, killing them, and no Marines were wounded in the brief firefight. Having dispatched Newsom's security, the Marines navigated the residence and spotted Newsom's wife, Jennifer, and their 4 children dashing down a hallway that ended in a false wall leading to a safe room, a fortified room that is installed in a private residence or business to provide a safe shelter or hiding place for the inhabitants in the event of a break-in, home invasion, tornado, terror attack, or other threat. Mrs. Newsom and the children entered the panic room before the Marines were able to catch and interrogate them, our source said. The soldiers cleared the rest of the place and they found Gavin Newsom and his private physician in the master bedroom. The doc threw his hands in the air immediately and said he was just there to care for Newsom and didn't want any trouble. Our source said a bedridden Newsom, laying on his back with an intubation stuck down his throat and a nasal cannula jammed up his nostrils, looked up at the officers. Beside the bed stood an array of portable patient monitors. Actually, I looked up at the officers. He might be in a coma. I used the wrong verb tense. I thought it was wrong. Oh my goodness. Terrible. Unprofessional as hell. When the Marines said they were taking Newsom, the doctor warned them that he'd die if disconnected from the life support equipment. A corpsman in the team radioed for aid, and a military ambulance soon arrived. They took Newsom and the doctor, presumably to question from the home. They didn't try to get his kids or wife, though. Our source said Newsom was taken to an unknown medical facility for treatment, and when medically fit, will be processed by JAG and sent to Guantanamo Bay to face a military tribunal. When asked why the Marines didn't simply pull the plug if the military intends to seek capital punishment, our source said, that wasn't their job. Newsom may have answers we need. If he survives, he will face the same charges Cuomo did. Meanwhile, the mainstream media has blamed Newsom's lengthy silence on family obligations. An obvious lie. So remember to love God and try to be good. And sorry about, I think he's in a coma. I was trying to cover up a blunder on my part, and look what happened. Try to be good.